Alright, we're going to mask out text using Photoshop Elements. I ask you to take a photo of something that had some straight edges or edges that you could tuck text behind. So we're going to open the photo that we want to add the text to. I do want to remind you that any hair or fur might make this a little more difficult, so you're going to want something that has a fairly solid edge or something that we can work with. So the first thing we're going to do is add our text. So using the text tool, I'm going to add text to my photo. But because part of this text is going to be invisible, I am going to want to use a text that people can figure out what I'm saying. So I'm going to pick a text that is kind of fat and maybe a little bold. So I'm thinking that impact would be a good text, would make a good one. The Gaudi Stout or maybe the Gill Sans Ultra Condensed would work. I'm going to use that. So the first thing you're going to do is type right on your layer, and you want it to be whatever color you want. Right now I'm going to pick black, and I want a size that's pretty good to see on my photo. I'm going to go with 100 and type Coffinberry Middle School. Now this is a little bigger than I think what will fit, because I want to put this text along my the school. So I'm going to actually stretch it out a little bit, but then shrink it down a little bit. Alrighty. So now I want to put it along the roof line, so I'm going to tilt my words to match the school information, and I'm going to have to smush this down even more to fit where I want it to be. And I don't want to hide too much of my letters because I want people to still know what it is. So I'm going to scroll in here and tell the computer that yes, I actually want to put my words here. And I'm going to hide it behind the roof. So the first thing you're going to do is add a brightness adjustment layer, which is here. Brightness and contrast. I'm going to add that layer, and I'm just going to click OK because I'm going to use that. Then I'm going to drag that below the text. So, oops, drag it below the text. So it's my text, then that brightness adjustment layer. Then I'm going to click on my text layer, and then I'm going to hold Control G. Or I could have also hovered. Whoops. I could have also hovered between the two to connect those, but I used Control G. Alright, so the next thing you're going to do is you need to select this rectangle part, and I am then going to choose a brush. And I want a hard edge brush because I want to actually get rid of that, and I don't want something too light. So I'm going to pick a hard edge brush here, and it needs to be small because I'm going to be zooming in and getting in there very small. So I am going to make sure I'm here, and then you need to make sure that you have black as your color choice. Black needs to be here. You need to have clicked here, and now I'm going to zoom in, and I'm just going to brush away that letter to make it look like it is behind the roof line. And I'm going to zoom in really, really small, and I'm going to make little strokes because I want it to really look like it's sitting there, like the rest of the letters are tucked behind. So I don't want to leave any space. And then when you mess up, you can switch here and bring it back. So you can switch back and forth between that and getting rid of it. So you're going to want to erase each of those parts of those letters, and you're going to use the zooming in and zooming out, and you can change the style of brush if you need a little more of a straight edge. If you go to the calligraphy brushes, you can pick a brush that has more of a straight edge if you need that really nice and straight, so you can get in there and really brush away those letters. So I'm going to come in here and get rid of this letter, and I'm going to brush really, whoops, I got a little bit off, so I'm going to go back and put some of that back on there, and then take some of that off, and I'm going to, whoops, make sure that and if you mess up, you can push undo, or you can use the, whoops, make it back in there. So I'm just going to continue to brush off my letters. So the round brush works, the straight edge brush works, but you're working on getting rid of those. I'm going to scroll in there again so that I can see where I'm working, because I want that nice edge. Now if I block away from here, you can see that now it looks like my letters are sitting behind the school, and so when I finish that, I will have all of that gone. And I am going to make my brush a little bit bigger, make sure I'm clicked on there, and I'm going to brush away a lot of this, and then I'm going to scroll in here a little. Oh, I have a big brush now, so that I have control over what I'm doing, because I want to brush away and really stay on that roof line. And I don't want to, you need to take your time. I don't want to see spaces between the words and what you're doing. Oops, I lost where I was. There we go. So you're really going to take some time to kind of brush that away, so that I have what I am doing. And you're going to want to take your time, so you can see that my school is beginning to sit there. I need to get rid of some more of my S. Oops. Carefully. So, and you can see how that works. So that is what we're going to be doing. When you're done, you're going to save that as a JPEG, and then you'll have a picture that you can work with and do other things.